After a long day of knocking over things, meowing at you for food, and using your foot for target practice, your pet cat is finally ready to call it a day and head to the hay, or in this case, the cardboard box. A keen pet owner would tell you that the cat never sleeps in the same position. You might be wondering, how is it that they can tell, and does it really matter? If you've been sharing your living space with your feline friend for long enough, then you surely can tell the difference between their various sleeping positions. And if you watch till the end of this video, you'll be able to tell what each one of them means. Let's get started. The Crescent. Arguably, the sleeping position most synonymous with cats is the crescent or the half moon. Your cat will lie down sideways while the body is curled into itself from one side. The tail is usually covering their body, but might sometimes be tucked into their paws. The crescent holds significance for several reasons. It's a comfortable sleeping position, and it protects your cat's underbelly. In case you haven't noticed already, cats are ferociously protective of their underselling. It's the closest point of access to their vital organs, and it's also pretty sensitive. This sleeping position helps them from harm's way while they sleep. It's more likely an adaptive mechanism from when they weren't domesticated and were under constant threat of being attacked. If your cat has adapted this sleeping position, it might account for normal behavior, or it might indicate that they feel a tad unsafe in their surroundings. Sleeping in boxes. A cat in a box, one of the greatest love stories ever told. You could spoil your kitty with the most expensive cat bed that money has to offer, a mattress with a high thread count, silk pillows, and whatever it takes to make them feel like feline royalty. However, your pet would leave all of that for a night in a cardboard box. What makes the box so special? Well, it's not so much the box as it is what it signifies: a tight space. Tight spaces make cats feel safe. Not only does the space hug them from all around, but it also keeps them protected from threat. It camouflages and shelters your pet, which is why they would prefer a cardboard box over any other place to sleep. Sleeping on their back. Cats rarely, if ever, expose their underbellies. It's the closest area to their vital organs and conducts the greatest sensory response to their brain. Dogs, on the other hand, typically lie on their back and ask for belly rubs. They're two different animals, which is why you should never rub your cat's belly until and unless they offer it to you. Notwithstanding how protective they are, if a cat willingly exposes their underbelly to you, it's a sign that you've curated an environment that's incredibly peaceful for them, and it's where your cat feels most protected. Cats would sometimes lie on their back when they sleep. This is by far the most relaxed sleeping position that your cat can adopt. They'll lie on their arms, stretched in their face, leaning towards a side. Bonus points for being a well-caring pet parent if your cat lies on its back while on top of you. The Cat Loaf or the Sphinx. Have you ever heard the term power napping? It's a brief nap that people take to quickly energize themselves when they're tired, but they can't spare more than a few minutes because they have to work. Your cat's a busybody too. They sometimes need a quick shut-eye before they can resume their day-to-day activities with a full energy bar. When cats are napping, they adopt a position that most people would refer to as the cat loaf or the Sphinx. Basically, they'll gather their body forward and lie on their paws. It'd be pretty tempting to pick up that adorable ball of fur, but you need to control those temptations. Cats, like humans, aren't fun to be around when they're grumpy. Paws near their face. Be still our hearts. Undeniably, the cutest position cats adopt when they're sleeping is one when they put their paws near their face. The cat would lie down sideways, curl their bodies up, and put their paws over their faces. Now, there are two possibilities for this. Your cat is using its paws to protect its face because there's something in the environment that it's fearful of, or they were nibbling at their paws before sleeping. The first one makes sense, but what about the second one? Nibbling at their paws can be done to release endorphins or to relieve themselves of inflammation. Your cat's greatest medicine against disease is often their own saliva. While the sleeping position might be adorable, it's important to look around your pet to see if they're fearful of anything in their surroundings, or if they have anything stuck to their paws causing them pain. The Contortionist. You've seen your cat crawl through tight spaces, adjust just about anywhere, and effectively turn themselves into liquid. They have flexible bodies. Who else has flexible bones? Contortionists, the sleeping position wherein your cat lies in the most absurd positions imaginable, some which you fear aren't comfortable, is known as the contortionist. However, it is important to understand that all of these contortionist-like positions are comfortable for your cat. They usually lie like this if they're comfortable in their space and fall asleep after a long, hard day of being a cat. The cat pretzel. Cats aren't known for being social animals, but this isn't to say that they don't make any friends. And who better to understand their woes of being a cat than a fellow cat? If you have 2 or more cats in your household, you might have sometimes noticed that they sleep together in 2 crescent-like positions. But now these positions are intertwined with one another, like a cat pretzel. Again, it's a pretzel that shows they're comfortable in their surroundings and close to the other cat. Eyes half shut. You've heard of the expression sleeping with one eye open. Cats take it to another level. They sleep with both eyes partially open. The sleeping position is relatively common amongst cats and shows that there is something in their surroundings that's bothering them. It might be another cat, another pet, or someone who won't leave them alone. In any case, if your pet is sleeping with their eyes partially open, it means that they're not really sleeping at all. The eyes half-shut sleeping position is pretty common in the wild. Felines tend to be somewhat nocturnal, or at least they're most active in preying close to dusk and dawn, which is why they tend to sleep more vigilantly during the day in case someone comes up to attack them. As a responsible pet parent, you need to alleviate whatever it is that's causing your pet distress. You could also try to cuddle your cat to help it relax and then return it to its bed or cardboard box, whichever one he prefers. Superman. Akin to the superhero, if your cat lies down on its stomach with its paws stretched out, it looks a whole lot like a feline Superman. Cats with their arms stretched out like that are usually having the most relaxing sleep of their lives. They're not tossing and turning and won't be woken up with the slightest sound. They're literally in dreamland at this point. The sleeping position might come after strenuous playtime, being petted before sleeping, or after having a great day. You really shouldn't be bothering a sleeping cat, but even if you try, you wouldn't be able to get a cat sleeping like this to budge. They're having the time of their lives and aren't ready to wake up and resume their cat responsibilities yet. Best let them be. How many sleeping positions can you name? Has your cat ever slept in a cardboard box? When do you know your cat is comfortable and when do you know it's not? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe to INFORAMA, and we'll see you in the next one.